Good morning, y'all. It's Monday morning and kind of getting a slow start, but we're going to get going pretty quick. We're going to reset the house, which is our typical Monday morning, just cleaning up from the weekend, getting the day going, the week prepped and ready so that we just tackle on a better foot. Starting out clean and refreshed is always a better way of getting the week going. So we've got a lot of chores to get done, some mowing to do, cleaning out the chicken coop, and we'll need an easy and quick dinner to throw together. So today we're going to try out a recipe from Fitfrugal Mom. It's her sweet and sour chicken, sheetpan chicken. We're going to add a few things to it just to add some more veggie to it, but overall it's pretty much her recipe, and we're going to see how it works for our family. But let's get the day started, get some chores going, and get rolling. Okay, y'all, since I have to heat the oven anyway to dry the cast iron we just washed, I decided that maybe I wanted more for lunch than just regular. I don't know, I usually eat leftovers or like a little snack pack or something for lunch. But we have salmon and asparagus, and I just want a good, nice lunch. So that's what we're going to have. So since the oven's going already, might as well have something else go in it. You can do this in your Ninja Foodie or in your air crisper, air fryer, regular oven, however you want to do it. But we're having some salmon and asparagus. Just got a salmon fillet, some asparagus that we washed and trimmed the ends off, a little olive oil, a little sprinkle of garlic salt, and instead of my usual lemon pepper and rub and all that we use, I'm going to try something different. I've been addicted to Michael's seasoning. It's called Cow Cover. It's from, let's see, a company called Cosmos. Y'all look, I left it on the back of the stove in the heat for me making some potatoes or whatever. Yeah, so that's what happened to that. But I just put a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to try this Cow Cover on it because this stuff has been so good on everything else. I figured, why not? So I did make some slits down in it, and that way I can get the seasoning down in those areas too, and it also helps give me some portions. And that's it for a quick lunch. Oven's heating to 425. As soon as it's ready, we'll pop this in for about 10-15 minutes. Okay, y'all, so 12 minutes and lunch is ready. It looks fancy and it looks like something that's a big deal, and as y'all saw, it's really not. Again, 12 minutes, we're playing with the different seasonings and textures and things that we want, but it's going to be a yummy lunch. I'll eat up and then take some over to Nana so she can have a good lunch and get back to our chores. So we'll see y'all tonight for dinner. Okay, so the oven's preheating to 400, and like I said, we're having the Fitfrugal Mom's sweet and sour chicken, sheetpan chicken, whatever you want to call it. The only thing that I've noticed that I'm missing is, well, two things. One, the green onions, which that won't be a huge loss in my mind, but the ginger. I'm kind of worried that that will make a big difference in the flavor, but I hope not. So the first thing we're starting with is I've diced up 2 large chicken breasts, and I'm just gonna spread those out. We did change this up just a little bit. I added in some broccoli that we have left and a few green beans. So that part is not on her recipe. I'll link her video down below for anybody that wants to check it out. But this was just some broccoli left over from our broccoli and cheese soup. And then I'm adding about 2 cups of green beans because we need lots of veggies in our life. So, and I'm trying to make this, like, for me, a complete meal. Alright. And then, so She says add in 1 large onion, probably sliced, but I have half a red onion that's diced up, so I'm going to use that. I think that flavor will really work well. If you don't have a red onion, maybe a sweet onion will work for this. And then she used 3 bell peppers. She used 2 green and 1 red. Again, she's the Fit and Frugal, and I try to be frugal as well, but I'm using what I have. So I have 1 green bell pepper, and I had some mini bell peppers that I sliced up. So I'm getting all of these pretty colors because of that. So lots of veggies, but these veggies are full of water, so they will shrink down quite a bit as far as the peppers, the onion, stuff like that. Awesome. I like the way that looks already. And then a can of pineapple that I've drained off most of the juice. I thought I got it pretty good, but I guess not. Toss this in here. Probably should have used 2 sheet pans. If you're doing it like I'm doing it, use 2 sheet pans. But my convection oven will not support 2. So, this is what it's going to be anyway. So let me wash my hands real quick, and then we're going to toss it with some olive oil. She did suggest doing half a teaspoon of ground ginger. I thought I had ginger. I have it somewhere. I just can't find it. Some garlic powder and all of that. But we're not going to have the ginger today, unfortunately. And I really think that would make a big difference. So about... I think she said 2 tablespoons of oil, but I'm just going to make sure it's well coated. There we go. And then I'm using my garlic salt. So I think she recommended 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to use, let's see, I'm going to look at it before I say what I'm going to use. That's a 1/2 teaspoon. That's a whole. So for the garlic salt, I'm using 1 1/2. Well, no, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. But this will be my garlic powder and my garlic salt all in one. Sprinkle with some pepper. I'm going to toss this, and as soon as the oven's preheated, it's going in. And for 40 minutes, and we'll probably toss it a few times while it's in there cooking. Maybe every 10 minutes I'll check on. Well, the first time I'll let it go about 20 and then start checking it and tossing it every 10 after that. Okay, so that's in the oven and out of our way. We're going to get started on the sauce. I'm going to use this pack of royal chicken and herb so that I can save time. It's supposed to be an easy dinner, and this takes 1.5 minutes right when we get ready. So I just have those out so that we can use that. But I would go ahead and cook your rice that you want right now and do the sauce second if you're cooking rice from dry. But we're going to start with 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And we're putting this all down in the saucepan, and I'm going to whisk it in here. You need to make sure it's not on the stovetop because this cornstarch needs to go into cold. It needs to dissolve in something cold. I reserved the pineapple juice from the can. It's about 1 cup, so I'm just pouring that in. And then we're going to add in ketchup. This will probably be the only thing that I'll willingly use ketchup for. I just don't like it. My kids love it. Well, I say love it. They love it when their big brother comes over because he puts ketchup on everything. But they don't really ask for it too much when he's not around. And then we're going to do 1/3 cup of rice wine vinegar. She did recommend if you don't have rice wine vinegar, use apple cider vinegar. And that would probably work just as well. I have both, but I chose because we want Asian flavors to do rice wine vinegar. And then we need 1.5 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1.5. And tablespoon of cornstarch. Probably should have done that one first. Let's wipe this out. So 1.5. And we're going to stir this up. We're going to cook it on high just until it starts to simmer, and then we'll just let it cook until it thickens all up, and this will be the glaze that goes over the top. Okay, y'all, so it's out of the oven. We put it in for 40 minutes. Now I tossed it and moved everything around 3 times while it was still in there. We had made our sauce earlier. Now remember, if this doesn't seem like a lot of sauce to y'all, that I did increase the veggies from what she suggested. So I think it will be fine, but if you feel like it's lacking in the sauce department, just take that into consideration. It looks very much plenty in my mind. I mean, we haven't stirred it around, but still. I do love the good char that we got on several of our veggies and on our chicken. I also drained, at that 20-minute mark, I drained some of the juices out of the bottom because it was quite a bit between the peppers, the onions, pineapple, the chicken, everything. It was quite a lot of juice in the bottom. It probably took away some of the oil and our crisp factor, but it was basically just boiling anyway, so we needed it to come out. Oh yeah, I definitely think this is plenty of sauce for all of this. We'll finish tossing it up. We're going to put it in the bowl and taste test it. Okay, so definitely plenty of sauce. Like, it is well coated. Let's get a little bit of the pineapple, the pepper, the chicken. Oh, that's yummy. Very sweet. Tangy. I can see the sweet and sour. Like, this is easy, and this is delicious. This is a repeat for sure. Make it with the white rice. Let it soak up all of those flavors. Like, that broccoli and green beans is good too. It's a win. We get our plates made, and we'll sit down to dinner. Enjoy the rest of our night, but thank y'all for joining us. I'll put a link down below for to Fit and Frugal Mom for this recipe, so y'all can see her video, the original part of it and everything. But it's a win. It's definitely going in our sheet pan repertoire. But thank y'all for joining us. Have a good night, and we will see y'all in the next one.